Shalom Yasharallah. First and foremost, I want to say all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Racha HaKwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the house of David. Salutations to you brothers throughout the four corners of the earth, teaching the truth and righteousness and sincerity. To you Israelite foreigners, come back home to the truth. To those that passed on serving the Lord, the dead in Yahweh Shai shall arise first. To you sisters who believe, keep encouraging and supporting your brothers out here pushing this word, risking our lives to do so, and always keep in remembrance the sister who washed Yahweh Shai feet when you read the scriptures. I'm going to read a scripture, speaking of which, and as I drive, because y'all know me, I'm trying to incorporate more actual scriptures in my car chronicles, even if I have to stop somewhere, pull over somewhere. But anyway, Ecclesiastes 10:6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. All right. The part of that scripture I want to get to is pretty much what we all get to when we read that scripture. Everybody pretty much, when we say folly is set in great dignity, it's not that the rest of the verse doesn't matter, but so much is said by folly is set in great dignity. And I wanted to have a serious conversation about this statue in Times Square that brothers say is a Keisha statue, which it pretty much is. What's the purpose of that statue other than to honestly promote folly? It's a statue of a so-called black woman who is just looks ghetto. Looks like a black woman with a nasty attitude. And we're always in this truth. All right, in this truth, we're always I think I can get this. Yep. In this truth, we're always looking to expound on things that are based on truth. And so the statue of this young looking so-called black woman that is in Times Square, it's an overweight, heavy set black woman, looks like she has a nasty attitude, has pants on, and she's drawn a lot of jokes. We have no shortage of jokes. And like I said, brothers calling her kid, but let's have a serious conversation about that. That statue is not a win for black women. See, the problem with black and brown people is that we want to win by ourselves. The real win would be a black woman with her black husbands, or Hispanic or Native American, and her children. See, these black and Latino women, they don't get it. They think that that's a win. That's the opposite of a win. It's a loss, because you're a black woman, you're by yourself, you have a nasty attitude, and you're out of shape. None of that is a win. None of that is a good thing. A good thing, listen, that you take that same black woman, you give her a more modest, you put her in a long dress that's not form-fitting, you cover her head, you put her with her husband and her children, then you have a win. But that arrogant, fat black woman, listen, like I said, that same black woman, even if she's arrogant, even if she has weave, well, not arrogant, but even if she's overweight like she is in the picture, even if she has weave, if you put her in a long dress, you put her in a get her head covered, you put her with her husband. But our people, especially our women, want to win by themselves. They don't want to come to the realization that we need one another in order to be successful. The black family, so-called. The black and brown family needs to be promoted, not single motherhood, not a single solo solitary woman doing it by herself. Women are not supposed to do it by themselves. But women are also not supposed to use men because you want to spread your legs to any and everybody and fucking give everybody the box. So now you got kids by all these different niggas, and you think, oh, let me promote single motherhood. No, that's a conversation to be had with the understanding that, that shit is not, that's not winning, right? Winning is side by side with her man and their children. Now, granted, in this truth, we're very practical. So we understand that women have made mistakes in the past. And it's not to say that your children are mistakes. It's to say that you made mistakes with who you laid with and how you didn't vet him. And again, this is not to attack black women or brown women, because the truth of the matter is you got some very convincing niggas out here that will talk you out of your drawers. If we're to understand that women are subject to men, well, that's what a lot of these women are doing, being subject to a man. So I'm not suggesting that it's a good thing, but at the same time, we do need to come to the understanding that these things are not ideal and it's not the way it's supposed to be. But in order for a statue of black people to be a win in Times Square, it should be a statue of a black family standing strong against the wickedness of this society and staying together. But that's not what I'm seeing in that statue. That's not what I'm seeing in this world. I'm seeing an independent, solo black woman doing it all by herself and thinking that that's a win. Doing it by yourself is not a win. It's not black girl magic. It's magic the way you make your men magically disappear with your nasty attitude a lot of times. We have to be honest. But anyway, I'm going to leave this at that because I'm getting bombarded. In the 7 minutes that I've been doing this video, I got 2 calls from work that are probably nonsense. But anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.